Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmasters Vishal? Dear members and guests, do you know what is the bizarre thing in life?
Life itself.
Life itself. And life don't give you time to prepare. Like in Toastmasters, like a prepared speech, you do not get time to prepare well in advance. So this particular table topic is what tests you on the impromptu skills. It helps you to think on faith and deliver. The timing for table topics is 1 to 2 minutes, 1 being the qualifying time and 2 being the highest time. Today, the topic is not related to theme. All the topics are very simple and almost any member or guest can speak upon that topic. So who would like to come first? Yes, Toastmasters or I have prepared one dashboard for that. Just trying to Yes, sir. So what topic would you like to go with?
Number two.
Number 2.
When nothing goes right, go left. When nothing goes right, go left. What is the meaning of this statement? You just dig a little deeper. What you will find is that whenever things are not going right, things are not going the way you wanted it to go, biggest question you should ask instead of why things are not going my way is, am I going in the right way? In a sense, if you think about it, this quote is about, are you going in the right way? So even in today's session, we talked about goals, big goals that we had said we to go in a certain direction. But I ask you a very fundamental question. The goal have you set, that you have set for yourself, is it even your goal? So I remember recently I was talking to my mother, and apparently her friends bought an iPhone and they were also coercing her to buy an iPhone. But the question was like, was that idea of buying an iPhone their own idea, or was it a goal which was implanted? So with that being said, if you think, I'll go back again. When you have picked a path, you wanted to go in a certain direction. First, you have to ask yourself, do I really want to go in this direction? That is where this point, when nothing goes right. That means if this is not your goal, and if it is not going right, it is also telling you, are you in the right direction? It's an indication from universe of sorts. Maybe you have to look back and go in the direction that you are meant to go in. Find your own goals, find who you are, and then you move forward, and then everything goes right.
Thank you, Toastmasters Saurabh. The core message here was don't get disheartened. You have plenty of opportunity. Toastmasters Paras. Who would you like to come next? Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Bharti.
Bharti. Which number would you like to?
Hello everyone. My topic is mistakes are a byproduct of progress. I think that's correct. I totally agree with this because when we proceed in our path for achievement of our goals or whatever is our target, yes, mistakes do happen. Mistakes occur, and whenever whatever we plan in life and to to achieve something, all things cannot go right in the same direction, and maybe sometimes we are not clear about the path. Sometimes the clarity of goal is not there, and in that process, mistakes definitely occur, and our job is to think and to understand what kind of mistakes we are making, and what is exactly going wrong, and making accordingly taking right decisions, so that we go ahead and choose different alternatives, work upon different alternatives to ultimately achieve our goal. So we should accept, we should be ready that mistakes might happen, and things may not go in the same direction which we expect them to go, but we should be prepared and should be clear about our goals, and continue continue to work upon achieving our goals.
Mistakes are sign that we are growing. Thank you, Bharti, for putting all the pointers correctly. Who would like to come next? Ajay sir, please. Think of a number also. 1, 8, 8. You have to interpret on the topic.
Growing seed makes no sound, but falling trees make noise. You know, in life there are a mix of a lot of people, all varieties, all types, different jobs, different locations. And there are every day the number of people who transit, and nobody notices, nobody makes noise, nobody comes up saying anything against them. But then if one or two people, significant one, I remember the time when Jawaharlal Nehru died, right? The whole country came to a standstill, the world was shocked, and that is like a noise made by the falling tree. So when a plant is small, the seed is small, it's hardly noticed, but when you are nurturing a plant that grows big, at the end where they say the retirement stage, you enjoy the shade of that tree. And then when the tree is big enough, and if anything happens to it, it makes a lot of noise. In the meantime, it keeps giving fruits, etc. But the seed is one beginning of our life, and where we achieve and reach in our life later on makes all the difference of how significant we are. And then if anything happens to us, we realize that the absence is making all the noise, and that's where it goes to falling trees make noise. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for well interpretation. It is a well famous quote, and it interprets like destructions has noise, silence, creation is always silent. Correct? So whenever you create something, whenever something is in creation, it will be very quiet. But when something is about the end of life, it will create huge noise and it has sounds. Okay, so next. Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Ananya.
Ananya. Please come. Think of a number.
3.
Welcome. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm.
Well, so my topic is success is going from failure to failure without losing my opinion. I don't know how much I can possibly generalize it. But the loaded words, success and failure themselves are very moral and very society driven to begin with. You know, when we look at the word success, primarily it is the parameters, the yardsticks that are set by the people that we have grown up with or the peer group that we interact with on a regular basis. Even when we think of failure, in most cases, they are not very personal in nature. They are more of a reflection of what the society wants me to validate or otherwise. As far as the enthusiasm is concerned, I think that some other speaker was also talking about it, and it was very, very motivating, that when we are really thinking of our own personal goals, if we really stop to ask ourselves what we want from life, and more importantly, what we do not want from life, I think enthusiasm comes naturally. It doesn't have to be very manufactured or a very externally supported energy that we need. It stays. Finally, I feel that when we talk of, again, the right thing to do or what will keep us most enthused for a certain period of time, I think it is something that can give us a sense of peace, that can bring us close to ourselves. And I also feel that
Thank you, Ananya, for not losing hope and enthusiasm. And I hope we all will find our mojo and we will excel as a public speaker one day. Who would like to come next? Yes. What's your name?
Bhavesh.
Bhavesh, please come. Think of it for
Seven. Oh, that's a nice topic. Actually, a touching point, I would say. Life is not fair. Get used to it. At times, I've fought many times thinking about how people get opportunities, how things are working out for them. But then that is how life is. When we think about, I would like to actually contribute to what Sir was mentioning. It is about the belief system. Life is about your belief. Opportunities are everywhere around. But it is about our perspective, how we are seeing, how we're looking at the world, that we see. We can pinpoint those opportunities, we can avail those opportunities. But if our eyes are shut, we'll not be able to view anything that is right in front of us. Even if somebody actually gives us a bite to eat, if our eyes are closed, we will never get to know. While coming here, I was just, that's my job. While driving, I was thinking of various scenarios. It's like, if I'm not excluding myself from this particular topic, there's something which is, let's imagine if I'm wearing red sunglasses and the whole world would seem red to me. There would be tints of red everywhere around. That shirt would be looking red. That black shirt also will have some sort of a tint of red. That would be my perspective. It is like somebody else has had put those sunglasses onto me, and that's the perspective I'm looking the world from. And that itself, if somebody tells me that let's say businesses are not going good, jobs would have some sort of issues, there are recession things which are going on. That is somebody else's perspective, and when I take on to that, that is how my life would be. That is something that I've restricted myself to. But if I remove those sunglasses, that tint, I can see the reality as it is. And that reality is full of opportunities. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhavesh. Who would like to come next? Okay, Arpia Arora, please come. Okay, so Arpia Arora has opted for number one.
You are under no obligation to be the same person. You are a peer.
You are a year, a month, or even 15 minutes.
That's true, I believe that you do not have any obligations. All your belief that you are assuming that you would like to be the way you wanted to be. And now you would, if you want to change the perspective of your belief system, you can take up a new role, new challenges, and set your goals towards that and get achieve that. We normally use y is a function of x. Y is a function of x is a basically basic mathematical fundamental rule, and we also talk about in this problem solving and Lean Six Sigma kind of activities. What is your goal? If your goal is to study, you will be focusing on your time and your resources for focusing on the studies. If your goal is to be a player, so your time and resources will be going to that direction. So wherever you are right now, it's no obligation that you would be same way you will be being presenting yourself. You look into your niche area, look into that particular deep dive into that whether that gives you the satisfaction or not, and whether by doing those activities you would be able to bring something for the society, for the nation or not. That will bring passion or maybe enthusiasm in your activities. So if you look into that passion and enthusiasm in your activities, if you can do that, then you can opt to follow that road or maybe the journey. So I also believe that you can anytime change your way, but it should be on the right track. Maybe not in the prospective way, but it should be good way for the society and the nation. Thank you.
As we discussed earlier during the prepared speech, that you don't have to be stuck in the same situation. You have every right. You don't have any obligations to be the same person. You can grow. There are plenty of opportunities. Next, okay, sit down. Please talk. Which number? 4, 5, 6, and then 5.
No one is you, and that is your problem.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
No one use you, and that is your power. I remember this one conversation which I was having with my mom. To my house, where I was living, there was a dog on the left side of my house, and the neighbor was petting a cat. I was petting a dog, and to my right, there was a cat to my neighbor. I went to my mom and I asked, I want a pet. She told me, I have you, then why should I have a pet? At that point, I didn't understand why they were not giving me a pet so that I can play with. After 5 years down the line, we had a sister where I could play with her, I could beat her, I can abuse her, or I could scold her, or I can make her do my homeworks. But I felt I lost my identity during the process, because she being the last child, I was not having the attention or something which I didn't have. Then I had this conversation with my parents, why I'm not getting the same attention, or why I'm not getting the same stuff what she's getting and what I'm not getting. After a point, they made me understand that you being the eldest of the family, you have certain roles and responsibilities, and she being a girl and youngest of the family, she has certain responsibilities. At that time, they said, you have an identity of your own, where you can excel of in your sports and your career, or wherever you choose. Because I was very deep into the athletics, but my sister was not into it. So I always fought over whatever she had and whatever I didn't have. They made me understand that you have your own identity and no one can change you. So that is my take on the topic. The topic, no one is you and that is your power. Thank you.
one of us is unique, and that is what our power is. Okay. With this, okay. So what's your name, sir? Varun, please. Number 6.
Hi everyone, so my topic is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So with this, I can interpret this topic as the opportunity that we get or that we would have lost in the past. There are some times that because of circumstances we cannot able to take on the opportunity that we get at that point of time, and we missed it, and then we cry about it like we could have done that, or we could have used those times to success in life. But we should not do that. We can also find for such topics, or we could also find such opportunities right now. They can be masked upon some different things, but the result can come directly with what you are doing right now. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varun. The key message here was stop procrastination. Now, I have only one last topic with me. Okay, okay, Vishali. A bit contradictory from Toastmaster's point of view.
So hello everyone. The topic is there are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job. So what I interpret from this is the value of giving the feedbacks, right? So whenever we are evaluating someone, be it in the professional life, whenever we are at the managerial positions, or be it in the personal lives, whenever we are giving some feedback or giving some advice to our family members. So instead of just dwelling upon the right things, it's very important to give the right feedback, to give the constructive feedback, so that the person with whom you are conversing with can actually benefit from that, would actually take into account that what it is that they can improve, what is it it's the weak area. So rather than just being the goody good, it's always better to be the bad person for someone else's good.
So particularly this last topic, that there are more two words in English language more harmful than good words. I have taken this quote from one of my favorite Oscar-winning 2016 movie called Whiplash. It is a Whiplash. So it's a mentor-mentee kind of movie where mentor showed mentee a tough love, and there is a conversation, very beautiful conversation regarding this sentence. So I also would like all of you to watch that movie. With this, we come to the end of table topic. I hope we have learned something. We like this table topic would have helped us to finding out our knowledge. Thank you all. Welcome to
3 minutes break.
Okay, so we'll take 3 minutes break and then we'll come for the general evaluation.
गलत टाइम पे आज ऊपर कर दिया
मैंने दिख गया क्या गलत?
देख नहीं किया वो फोटो खींच रहा था